Y'all, happy Saturday morning live, season 4, episode 8. Welcome to the stream. Let me make sure everything's going good today. I hope everybody's doing well. It is a beautiful, beautiful Saturday in Jackson, Mississippi. We'll bounce over to the front camera real quick just to show you that. There we go. And it's marathon day, Mississippi Blues Marathon. I'm kind of glad that I checked. Here comes one right there. There it goes. This is kind of the tail end. We're at mile 10.5, in case you're familiar with marathons. A bunch of crazy people who like running and or walking, as this gentleman is. And yeah, we're at mile 10.5 of, I think, a 16 or 17 mile. Somewhere around there. 18 possibly. Definitely not 20. Usually they're like 21.6. They have weird numberings. If you're a runner, you may understand it, but I don't, because I'm not a big runner. Not a big runner at all. All right, stream's good. Thank you for the heads up, Night Owl. I hope everybody is doing well, as I already mentioned. But Rune, West, Night Owl, Dana Reed, everybody who's always here, thanks for being here. Ronald, what's up? Cranky Lockpicker, what's going on? Yeah, I hit the wrong button when this stream started. It was the wrong button to press, and it caused the chat to go all wonky, but luckily I was able to fix it and get back with you. Miko, what's up? TJ21, what's going on? Nate, happy Saturday morning live. Retired Butcher Boy, Fonzie, Peter, Zinner, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Andy Tane, I've been sucking on the videos this week because I was trying to finish that big one that I just put out, but I'm going to get back to smaller videos soon. But and I mentioned this about a week ago. Yeah, I've got several Frank Rants videos coming up. Mr. T, what's going on? How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Anthony, what's up? Brian, Lockpicking Patrolman, what's going on? I knew you said you were, I don't know, did you stream any? I've been busy since about 9 o'clock, so I hadn't had time to really even be on the computer. In fact, I was late getting everything ready by about, I just started like 20 minutes ago getting ready for the live, so. Didn't have his either. Yeah, I thought you said you were going to do yours for just a minute if you were, but I guess you didn't. GQ man, what's up? Burnsy, how's it going? Stevens Eyes, what's up? What's up, Locks New York? HKS. All y'all are freezing, and we're out here with t-shirts and. Yeah, it was chilly this morning. It was a little chilly. It was a little nippy yesterday, too. I had to put a jacket on. Kevin, what's up? James Randolph. I hadn't been chased by the right person. I don't know. I've been chased by a goose twice, and then a cow once. Mama cow. Mad mama cow. Don't piss off on mama cow. What's up, Brian Field? Yeah, I know. I'm wondering if they're going to just drop off whatever they're dropping off and then pull out, probably. Modern length of the marathon is 26.2. Thank you for the heads up because they wanted to start at Windsor Castle. That's kind of what they're doing, is it's like they make a loop. So downtown is about 6 miles from here. And they start downtown and they do like this small loop so that the people who want to do like half marathons have, where's my, I just went and got it, have, anyway, we'll talk about that later. Lock Force Assemble! Oh, well, I got a fade. Fade, thank you. I noticed that was flashing too much earlier. But we do have new batteries, so thank you for all the thumbs ups and the comments and all that. Helps to pay for the batteries. Not really, but, you know. Didn't get a chance to do the video. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do lives in certain places. I always wonder about the guys that do like the tool lives in like Lowe's and Home Depot. Like, wonder how they do it because there's always like demonetization music going on in the background in mine. And I never hear music in theirs. Yes, I'm sure I want to exit over here. Where are you supposed to be? There we switch. Switch. Locksmithing innovation. What's up, TXG? The hotel, yeah. Made some fancy keys. Fancy keys we made in that video. We still got that. Thank you for that, Hop Skippity. I appreciate it. We still got that stuff here. Last thing I got to do, we finished this up last week, and they were going to go out, and then he was going to send that big one in just as a catch up. Where we're at, we made this. We made this guy on live last week. This guy had the broken little doodad, which I fixed, but I'm not. It needs to be. Does it? No, maybe not. It did work. The only thing I got to do now is find screws and get them mailed out Monday because everything's done. And it is 2 different keys. Something's a little catchy in there, but it's probably just needs lubricant. And that's the one with that new square doodad. I posted in the community post. The square doodad works fine, but I still haven't found screws for it. This will wear down in a bit. It's got that little catch right there. It's a little bit high because I hadn't totally finished the key yet. So I got to totally finish the key there. Find 4 tiny screws. I want to say it's 5/32 threaded screws because my 6 were too big. We're going to go up front here in just a minute. And it's tool day, and it's tool day in the front of the shop, so we're going to look at all the tools that I've yanked out of the back of my truck for right now. See you, Gumby. Hey, Gumby. Have fun, Gumby. What are you doing, Gumby? Hey, oh, yeah, that's right. Thanks for popping in. Be safe at your fire training academy. We are subscriber-only chat, so you do have to be subscribed to chat. Unfortunately, due to spam, because we were having too much spam going on. So I figured I'd make it easier on our great mods, Wes. Dang it, Wes. Dang it, Wes. And Night Owl. And then dang it, Wes and our accompanying peoples had brand new restaurant last week too. That was fun. We got beer taps. Like you have a bracelet and you tag the tap and it lets you pour beer. Which I'm not a big beer drinker, but I gotta remember the name of that one. Gotta get up to get down. I don't know who made that though. I guess I can just Google it and find out. I don't know which company made that, but that was actually a pretty nice beer. I like that beer. That one got a new bolt stump. A new thingamabopper boober. Thingamaboober bopper. Thingamaboober. A brass thingamaboober. Stainless steel. Wait, are you talking about the big keys or the brass doodad in there? The other one had a brass doodad. So, we're talking about the big, bring the spam. And yes, we're going to do screwdriver videos and stuff coming out. Now that I've got that out of the way, I'm not doing a video on those 2 little ones because I've covered it in all the lives. If you want to see them, then go to the lives, right? Dang it, Wes. I already did the dang it, Wes. Dang it, Wes. In 2 hours, I've got to go make your first tubular key for a Century safe. 5115515. If that was 7 characters. Wiseacre Brewing. I should have known I'd like it when it called it coffee beer. The big lock for the vault bay door. Yeah, I was kind of half and half on doing metal keys and brass, but I don't think it's actually for like a heavily used thing. I think the guy that does this kind of stuff does showmanship type stuff, so they may use it, but very seriously doubt it. It's like, and other people mentioned jail lock, which it could very easily be because we actually sold a bunch of locks that were just like that for jail. In fact, I did try a couple of the jail keys in it. It's kind of like half between those two sizes, you know. So it was either a walk-in vault, like a cage, like an outer cage door or something for a walk-in vault. Probably what it was. But it's probably going to be one of those things that just stays propped open most of the time. Less surfing characters. Hey, I've cut a lot of tubular keys. Okay, maybe not 5. Okay, how about 1 5 1 5 5 1 1 5? What's up, Dusty Knuckles? You were you're right in the midst of carnival season. No carnival. Yeah, it's was it last week? Did it start last week? Can't remember. Roan, next video will be on your tool review. Yeah, when I pulled out those tools out of my truck, I was like, oh my God, I've got all these rare screwdrivers that I just never use. And y'all are going to help me decide. I'm trying to decide, we'll talk about it once we move the camera up there, but I'm trying to decide whether or not to reactivate my Veto for the time being. Because right now it's just sitting back there empty. I don't know if it's empty, but it's just sitting back there being a box. And what I have been using I'm not happy with because it's floopy, and I hate floopy tool bags. And it's just too floopy for what it's being used for. So y'all will have to help me decide whether or not to bring back the Veto. The only thing I don't like about the Veto, even though I have tinted windows in my van, and I usually keep the bag with the tools like kind of hidden or in an area, like when these are tools that I don't use a lot, but if I for some reason can't find my flathead, that's the tool bag I go to get the other one out. So the only thing I don't like about the Veto is like if somebody sees in the truck, like literally that's the first bag, you know, if your truck gets broken into, that's the first bag. And whereas if you use a plain bag, like I've been using a Molly bag from LAPG, it may get overlooked just because it's kind of plain looking. I don't know why. I just don't like that particular one. It's the little MC, got it a long time ago. I don't know, some of y'all have Veto stuff, and the next thing I want is the MB2, is it? The large, smaller tool pouch, I guess. But, I don't know, it's just, they're too overbuilt. A V2, I did say a V2, a Veto, a Veto. Floopy tool bags are just irritating sometimes. What's up, George Blair? Okay, let me bring the mobile comments down here. Okay. Hey, William Walker, what's going on? I got a thing here. I got an issue going on with the mobile comments. Hold up. I don't have anything planned over much today, just because, you know, life, busy life. I did just get to see a good friend of mine from school, though. He said he was going to be watching. I hope you're watching, Chris. But I had to pull a broken key out of a car across the street, and then I had to rekey a deadbolt, and then I had a couple of people come in for keys. What y'all talking about Medico stuff? No. Oh, okay, I got you. I see where that started. Changing a tool bag like a gal changes a purse. I mean, you know, you try stuff for a while, and then you get tired of it. So I used the Veto for a while in the truck. It's just such a weird shape. When I bought that MC, I'll show you. Hey. Oh, where is it? Yeah, I think I emptied it. Ah, it's busy outside. Let's go check out the front camera real quick. It's crazy out there. Where is the front camera? Nope. Dude. It's the little front camera. Boom, there we go. It's very trafficy outside. Right now I'm just dusting the dust off of the Veto. Don't want to show a dirty tool bag on video, so that's why you're looking outside. Also to see if there's any more runners. Y'all let me know if you see a runner go by. It should be the end of it. Nope, never mind. There's a runner. How long does it take to run 10.5 miles? Because again, we're at the 10.5 mile mark. They started at 7:30. Ooh, this thing's dusty. Started at 7:30 and we're at mile 10.5. The fastest guy came by at about 8:30, I think it was. Mr. Runner number one, the guy in the lead, came by at about 8:30. And ever since then, it's just been a steady filtering of people running by. I figured it'd be done by now, actually, honestly. Hey, Leon, what's up? It's cold in Michigan. It's cold everywhere besides here. Technically, Carnival starts on the 12th night, January 6th, and Mardi Gras is a single day. The crew, well, that's what I meant when it got busy with the parades and stuff, so it's last week. Tuesday, right? When's Fat Tuesday? Is that this coming up Tuesday? Or was that last week? The ill-fitting Medico was for the Air, I believe 1515s. Yes, we still have several customers with those. I don't know why y'all started talking about Medicos. I never saw the actual beginning of that, but yeah, I've still got a lot of the 1515s for customers around here. Rain all week. Oh, I know. No, I know. This is the little guy. I had such a hard decision, time making the decision on which one to get. This is the MC, the smallest one. I highly don't recommend this one because it sucks. It's just a weird, not weird, I guess. I don't know. It's a great bag. It's tough. You're not gonna hurt these bags. It is not floopy by any means because it's got this hard shell on the bottom. I don't know. I think it's like the marriage of, but all the pockets. The one thing that I did notice when I was using this, like when you stuff stuff in here, of course it's gonna fill this out, right? But then you have these front pockets, and while you can stick stuff in these very front pockets, I don't know. It just felt like it was like hard to deal with. I don't know why. Because it is a pretty good bag. I mean, so we're gonna take it up there and maybe put it back into use instead of what I've been using. And then we've got screw boxes everywhere too, which I'm not going to torment y'all with, but it is just one of the things that I do on Saturdays up here. So, and drill bit boxes. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and move the camera up front. Let me catch up on the comments, switch stuff around real quick. 10.34 miles per hour. Every Tuesday is Fat Tuesday. It's Sonic. What's up, Deadbolt Cafe? What's up, Pete? Is that a big Asaki on the wall behavior BU? You meant behind me behavior? Yes, it is. It's a sticker. It's a sticker. You did a half marathon. It feels good when you approach the finish line, but it takes you down a notch when people running by the blow by you. Yeah. See, I'm kind of almost too competitive for running like that, because I would like kill myself trying to be first or whatever. Had the bag for years for my electricals, finally upgraded to a larger bag. 10.43 minutes per mile. Oh, that's math. Yeah, Insane Wednesday. Yeah, I saw that. Y'all had, yeah, over in your area. I thought about you, Rune. I was going to send you a message on Twitter, but I didn't know actually how serious it was in your actual area. Uh, but yeah, y'all had some serious waves and stuff along the coastlines. Looked bad. Saw a few clips on Twitter about that. Does anybody have the code lookup ability for a Slaymaker combo padlock? GQ man, I have, I have my Reed padlock books. Is it in there? But they're way in the back. I'm gonna post the code. Somebody else may have them. You wouldn't walk in most places with a book bag. Well, you know, it's becoming way more common now, though. Looks like a bowling ball bag. I know it makes you feel like you want to go bowling. Ooh, going bowling. It's got my shoes in one side. You mangled your third list you never use on an F compressible. I use them a lot on the F compressibles, and they cannot be easy. It's not even like heavy tension. You should probably watch the Lishy Cowboy video, because that'll that'll teach you. No, I know you've seen it. I actually love it for all Schlage. What I hate mine is the quickset. I'm starting to really dislike the quickset Lishy, especially when you're using it on like aftermarket stuff. Just anyway, just irritating. I've got a video that I uploaded a while ago. It's a 10-minute video where I spent like 6 minutes trying to Lishy it, right? It was a quickset original deadbolt on that one, but it was corroded, you know, typical outdoor storage room thing. And in that video, I spent like 6 minutes trying to Lishy it, like another couple of minutes trying to, I think I bumped it next or something like that. I don't know why I never released the video. And then another one where, that was because I was just picking a lock. And then another one where I raked it, and it raked immediately, you know, after 8 minutes. It just pisses you off. And then it went the wrong direction, and then my plug spinner broke in the video. It was like a series of ridiculousness. Not even real light tension. What I'm started doing on those is, you got to get the feel for it, of course, but I like alternating. Like I'll go and I'll fill out one pin. Like I'll do it multiple times. And then just remember where it goes. You know, if it falls in at 5 a few times, then I'll go back and then use that as like my last. So I'll find a pin that binds, all right, and then find like that next pin that's like kind of barely binding. But they're just a pain in the ass, regardless, especially when they have 9s in them. You made the SC1 Lishy work exactly once. But I like it way more than the quickset. I'll always go first now with a Schlage Lishy, and then I will go like in fact yesterday I had to open a old strip mall type, you know, strip center business for the landlord, where the people had moved out, didn't leave the keys, blah blah blah, same old. And they had quickset mortise cylinders on the front door, which is weird, and quickset on the back door. Didn't even think about it. It probably would have been quicker to go around to the back door because it was residential quickset locks on a metal commercial door. Oh, it just drives me crazy. But yeah, so I saw it was a quickset, so I raked it for a few minutes first. You know, with the mortise cylinders, the brass mortise cylinders, they are a little bit better tolerances, so you get a lot better clicks and stuff. But when it comes to the knockoff quickset, the cheap doorknobs that you find on rental houses and stuff, man, that Lishy quickset just sucks. It's just not good at all. A mid-Lishy wiggle that seems to help me. It's the middle wiggle. I'm not gonna buy the M1 one. Ilco are harder than OEM Schlage. Yeah, I've used my 6-pin ones a few times. And I ordered the L. Andy was talking about the L versions. I did when I got the SC4, knowing lever handles, because that's pretty much what you're going to be using it on. L, or you almost have to buy both, unless you really want to. Oh, if you want to lay on the floor and do that, you know. It's a Ruco Grunt Plus. I don't think they're going to be making that. I don't think they're going to be making that one, or you may be out of luck. You gotta wiggle it. You gotta wiggle it. Do you only use your Lishy for decoding, Joe? Yeah. It does come in handy sometimes. It's great for A series, which I actually still run into a lot of A series. Cranky, so you're too heavy-handed for the Lishy. Have you been a blade or two? It's definitely not something you can just put full tension on and go, because that will. I've come close with corroded off-brand Quickset. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I look closely at my blade of my Quickset. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if it was starting to do a little twisty. You know, the audio. I suck at audio. I don't know what to say. We're going to go ahead and crank it up. We're going to crank both of them up real quick. We're going to put them both at 200% because it is not remembering. Even though it said it was going to be remembering it, it still has not. So let's go ahead and mute this one. And fire up the mobile microphone. Setting it at 100 now is going up to 200%, so we should be at the point where it's at least you can hear. So if you can't hear, let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and bounce up front. Woohoo! Does that count as obligatory woohoos? Woohoos! We did have, y'all missed the protester square. By the way, download your bingo card at the link in the description. Make sure and read the rules and regulations for Lock Force Bingo. I forgot to mention that earlier, but if you are new to the channel and you don't know about Lock Force Bingo, that is what everybody's talking about. So go to the link in the description, download your bingo card, which alternates every week to a new, fresh bingo card. But I don't expect we're going to fill out too many. We've already filled out a few, but I don't expect we're going to fill out too many today. But you never know. I'm going to get a sip of my coffee before we go up front. All right, white car. 15 minutes. Starts now. Starts now. Both sound good. Thank you for the heads up on the audio. To you, LPL looks heavy-handed with the tension. I don't really watch the videos that closely. I don't really watch the videos. I watch his videos, but I don't really like examine how, like, his exact movements. Usually the car ones I don't care about. I want to see him at a junkyard, leaning in front of the car while it's raining, doing the same damn thing. That's all I gotta say. Come on, LPL. You ain't got nothing else to do. You can do it. Go out to your junkyard, because I know you go to the junkyard. Just get a non-reflective surface, and then pick the locks. It'd be billions. You'd have billions of views. But yes, whoa. But yes, you can tell he does have heavier handed tension. And if you don't sub to the channel, you can't call bingo in chat, and you can't win. So there you go. You have to sub to be able to do all that. Yeah, Sunrise will roll. Sunrise always rolls. They rolled 10 minutes after we got done last week. He might make a junkyard video as long as he can then sell the car. He should just buy his own junkyard. Yeah, you don't see a lot of dirty, gooey stuff coming out of those locks, do you? Oh, there goes the runner. All right, let's go ahead and bounce up front, or just bounce to this screen. Oh, is this screen any good? No, it is no good. Okay, well, we'll just hide that. Amazon has the CLC Custom Leathercraft Large Electrical Tool Carrier. Oh yeah, we got to get back on this thing. What do y'all think? Should I just like totally retire this bag, or maybe sell it and buy the bigger one, or the backpack or something? I don't really need a backpack. I'm never going to use it as a backpack. I've got a, what you call that? I've got one of those backpacks, like the Molly style, you know, just a regular black Molly backpack. And so there's what we're dealing with right now. That's out of the truck. And let's move the mobile comments over here. Beep. Autograph it and sell it on eBay. Let me grab some more cable before we yank the camera off. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we're looking at right now. And all this kind of stuff would actually fit relatively well in here, but I don't know if I want to go there or not. This is what I've been using, right? This is a Molly bag from LAPG, LA Police Gear, and it's got, I use this for my main carry bag. This is one I just bought, and I thought about using it for the tools because of these pockets are just deep enough. We'll just take, like, say, the biggest tool that you really have handheld, right? So it's, you know, it's deep enough for that if I wanted to zip it up. But what happens is this, right? It pulls away. It never stays closed. And if you put enough screwdrivers in there, like on the other side, I had the screwdrivers like so. But at that point, if you put, you know, at least 3 or 4 or 5 of them in there, it's never gonna Velcro. So that stays flooped open. There's a cool back pocket right there, but it's kind of useless. It's like a big mesh pocket. It's kind of useless for anything because once you put stuff in the main, it, you know, blocks that obviously. So what I had was just these multiple, which I've all done videos on. I had all these just, you know, thrown into this bag. Maxpedition skinny, you know, that fits perfect. So I was thinking, hey, this is the perfect bag for other bags if you want a, you know, bag of bags. But on the same token, it's floopy, like so that's what happens to it in the truck. You know, you come along and you put another bag on top of it, and then the next thing you know, it's all floopy. And I hate that. I hate that. Do y'all hate that? I hate that. It drives me crazy. Floopy bags suck. And if, you know, you have a whole lot of tools on this one side, it never is going to stand up right. So in theory, it's a great idea. Oh, and by the way, this is wonderful for stuff, but if you're putting it in and out of a truck, like you can't do this because, or, you know, rolls over, comes out. Anything on the outside just really won't stay, period. So that's kind of useless. Just kind of looks for show, I guess. I don't know. There may be some use for it, but if you're putting this in a full truck, right, boom, between this guy and then this, say this is a big bag, right? And you have this spot in your truck and you're like, hey, boom, anything on the sides is gonna fall out. And then of course,
you're back to the floopy. Enter the MC. Or not. It's not going to go floopy. All these would fit in there well. You know, it's literally, it's made for that on this side. I still hadn't really tested this guy yet. The Veto Impact. One of you guys told me to buy this, and I still hadn't used it yet. So, in a way, I always felt like this was a really expensive thing that still wasn't overly practical, honestly. I mean, I don't know. Such a tough call. Okay, let me look at the comments, see what y'all think. I don't know. Design a bag of bags. Jason's, I'll make millions of pennies. But hey, millions of pennies is better than no pennies, right? What's up, Torch? But if you've had to lay in the snow and slush to pick a bottom rail lock on a Herculite door, yep. That's kind of stuff that Surface locks is their best lubricant to use. Yep. LPS1, Tri-Flow, Houdini. Okay, I'm just going over the comments over here in the corner. I'm right behind the camera. Hey. You hate floopy too? Molly was developed by the PAL system and replaced the Alice. Yep, sounds right. No, I've been using other stuff to beat screws out because it's not with me. That's the problem. Or all the screwdrivers on the padlock counter. Well, this thing's like $30, $40. That's a nitpick. So really the screwdrivers. Yeah. There's a bunch of value in here. So I don't know. I always felt it was just like an over-engineered. What's the word I'm looking for? Over-engineered box. Over-engineered cardboard box. But I am going to go ahead and take the floopy bag out of existence. So goodbye to you. And we'll just take the rest of the screwdrivers. There's our Wera. They're right here. Where? They're right there. Okay. Oh, God. You know, honestly, for an active bag, I wouldn't use it for an activitous bag. Like I wouldn't use this for a daily in and out. But you know, you got these there, and then when you shove that in there, it makes these hard to get out. If you put this here, it smushes up that pocket. Go around to the other side, maybe just drop it in there like that, and I could take all the tools out of here and use these for something else. You know, see, that doesn't even fit in that pocket. If you put anything in front of these pockets, these become useless. Very specific tool bag, I gotta say. And then on the same token, you've got this expensive ass tool bag that you very rarely go into because honestly, again, it's just backup tools that in case I need, you know, a right angle, I get to a job and I'm like, oh crap, I need a really short TDD. So this is the bag that I go to. I don't know if it's gonna be this bag or not. Hadn't decided. So that's one thing I'm working on. Gonna make up my mind on that. We'll come over here to the screws. White car. Well, this guy's acting like he's gonna park here, so Maybe coming in. But going back to that comment about making my own bag, I definitely totally would. How many bags you can put in a bag? Nesting bags. Honestly, I would love to have a bag making factory, and I would actually love to have a bag store. I'm not going to tell y'all my idea because it's secret, but I've got an idea for a bag store that's awesome, but it would require multiple millions of dollars to stock. That's the bad thing about that is you got to spend a lot of money on inventory for a bag store. Okay, this guy cut his truck off, so I guess he is coming in here. I would hope. Let me move the camera back. Well, isn't that just rude as fuck? I guess because he's wearing a flight nurse uniform, he can do whatever he wants. Jerk. And the bad thing is the spot opened up beside him there for a 15-minute spot, but you know, let's just be special today. Maybe he is just picking something up, but I would hope wearing his little flight uniform, he's not drinking down there. The Etsy store. Lots of heavy canvas and sewing equipment from a bag store. Yep. Oh, really? Okay. That's quite enough of that. Okay. Jeez. All right, City Tech, City Lock, have a good one. Wish Klein made a 16-inch version of their rolling tool bags. Have the talented Kim design the bag. If you held the camera up to the mobile comments, we could watch ourselves watch you watch ourselves. Okay, that watch you watch. That's right. Was at the car at Taco Bell for dinner. What's up, Steam Gadget? Oh, still marathon runners running by. Well, that's crazy. Oh, it's not facing out. Well, okay. Well, we know that guy's not coming in. Let me go back over here to what we were doing. Oh. Turn me on to Maxpedition for picks. And actually, they make pretty nice bags. Certain ones. I like the pouches. I'm not real big into their bags. I've bought one of their bags before. The Maxpedition. It was a what was it? I'm trying to remember what Maxpedition bag I bought. Like one of the bigger. Oh, I do. Actually, I do have it. It's still over there. It's the electrical bag. It's the Fat Boy. And VersaPack, and it's my electrical bag, and it works pretty well for that. Could be better, could be a bigger bag, but okay, you got a kid, you're probably going to the to the, what's the bakery place. All right, let's go up front real quick and turn this off. Napa store just called for a rekey. Can't make it until after 2:30. Well, hey, you know, they can wait. They're going to be open till what, 7 or 8 anyway? I mean, like I told the guy with the broken key this morning, even though it was literally right across the street, I was like, well, you're going to have to do it before, you know, before 10 or after 1:30, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to do what I need to do. And luckily, it took a minute to get that broken key out of that dang ignition. Because of the fucking buzzer. The dang buzzer. Y'all, if you ever pulled a broken key out of any ignition that's got that strong buzzer activator switch, somebody done fired somebody at the Napa store. But I will do, and some of the customers around here, we've got, you know, long-term customers. If one of them has a real emergency, I'll be like, well, okay, thank you, Mr. Flight Nurse. You were just picking up. I take back all the mean words I said about you. I take it back. The Maxpeditions, I don't know what my pick, did I even bring, yeah, we do have it in there. I'll show you what my current is, because it should be up there in the box that we were just about to go through. Those are all older videos. I hadn't done a Maxpedition video in a long time, so I kind of cringe watching my older videos. I kind of cringe watching my current videos, but anyway, let's go look at this real quick. Doop. Do I have my thing? Yep, it's got to be in one of these two. All right, so here is, I know you're looking at my feet, but it is what it is, right? Bags. Watch yourselves. There you go. There you go. Wait, hold on. Was this what you meant? Is this like some kind of... What's going to happen here? I want to see. Oh, okay. I don't want to break the cosmic universe doing that, or whatever might happen. First off, some of the bags that I'm gonna, I always want to look how nasty this is. How weathered. We've talked about this before. This is, and Harbor Freight doesn't sell this anymore. This was actually, I think, pretty sure I hadn't seen it in a long time. This was actually a pretty nice dang bag, except for the fact it's, you know, white. Originally it was like a cream color white. I think they were white originally, weren't they? Or cream. It was slightly off white. Problem with anything white is that. And then the boxes. But here is my kind of bag that I have all my picks and stuff in. In fact, while I'm doing this, let me grab these guys, because this is what I used this morning to get the broken key out. It's my extractor set and a Sparrows thing. I have nowhere to put the mobile comments. I'm like walking around with it. Well, that's just an issue, isn't it? I'm frozen. Hold on. There we go. I'll put them right there. Basically, it's my extractor set. All these are mostly extractor blades. So I grab that when I'm doing specific things like yanking broken keys out of an ignition. like tubular pick, and then a spare Leatherman, a rebar, and then my safe change set, of course. Yep, right there, my key decks. Gotta have that. They all fit nicely in there. Speaking of bags and pouches, these are actually the best. Little, are these Husky? Husky or somebody. 3-pack, 3 different sizes. Always grab those when you see them because they come in handy. Let me find my mini. I used it yesterday. Did I? Yep, there it is. Okay. Another empty that I was going to put into use, but I hadn't come up with a good use for it yet. Let's come over here. Zoom in to the toolbox. This becomes the catch-all because of where it is in my truck. It's literally like the catch-all. Still haven't put your magnet in here. In fact, I may do that while it's in here after the live. Let's go ahead and attach that magnet. Nope, this is the VanQuest. I'm still using the VanQuest. So it's actually probably going to remain in use as my main pick kit because it is what it is. You know, use this one. This is kind of what I'm using as my rake now. I need to put in another Sparrows order because I've only got 2 or 3. I know better than to buy the set though, because like this city rake is useless for the most part. These tension wrenches I did not like those at all. So the thing about the VanQuest versus the Maxpedition is it's like 10% bigger. 10% bigger, and the Velcro, these are staggered versus them being directly in line with the other ones. It's good and bad for both. They both have their benefits. If I was going, we got broken key, and bump keys. What has Jason been doing? He's been removing broken keys. Yes, I keep a broken pick in here. Should always keep your broken picks in there. And then these HUD keys usually go right here, just like that. Got a pair of tweezers back there, just like there, and then some files and pointy things. That Leatherman bit kit, this one's mine, you know, some lorry wrenches, and the Lishies. While we're here, let's see if I really did damage my... No, I don't guess so. But that is how you know somebody's been using their Lishi when it's all nasty. When I start seeing some nasty Lishis in some videos, then I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll watch them now. It's like using a brand new screwdriver, right? What you doing there? Okay, a little mini plug follower. This is not doing me any good. I can go ahead and pull that out, I guess. There used to be a pokey stab yourself in the finger tool. Obviously it broke, so. And then this guy went, actually the bump keys are supposed to go here. They were supposed to have a key ring attached to them. I don't know where that went. And this guy, I use this guy a lot. You can tell. Bad thing is carrying it. And the other thing about VanQuest is it had these bottom rows, whereas the Maxpedition didn't. And those bottom rows actually come in handy. Oh, look at you. What are you doing there? Let's move you over here. Yep. For just this right here. So, you know, I've thought about going back to the Maxpedition. If you get the bigger, anything other than the Mini really becomes a problem with how they stay in there when you open it. And also how you have it laid out affects a lot. If you put a bulky item over there and a bulky item here, when you go to close it, they hit each other. Makes it somewhat ineffective. So it's really the precise kind of layout, you know, of the tools. All right, mobile comment section real quick. And moving, thank you for the video link. I appreciate that. As always, dang it, Wes. Have you thought about selling those Valentine's Mini Cryptex Da Vinci combination lock tubes? Huh? How's the new rug holding up? The rug's doing good. Liking the rug. For, what was it I spent? $20 or something? That poor Lishy is so nasty. It's also older than most locksmiths. Yeah, that's funny. I don't think that's quite true. I think you're stretching it a little bit, seeing as how Lishies have been out for not very long at all. But I understand what you mean. What's up, Murchie? Like age versus use. You know, the faster you age, whatever I'm trying to say there. And I wanted to do this for a platform for this, because this was the other thing that I'm working out right now is key rings. I wish these clipped together or had a case or something. And other tools. Now I started using this because it's airtight. They don't make them like this anymore. I've got that spare. Thank God I bought a spare when I bought them. But I've found certain tools do develop corrosion or rust in certain areas on it. So those tools plus some other random ones I keep in here, which could be transferred also with those other ones. This is kind of like that bag, but with tools that rust quicker. Mainly just this guy and these bits. And that's pretty much the only reason that I started using this for this. This thing is absolutely useless. I've tried to use this several times and it is the worst one. Don't ever buy one of these. And it doesn't really need to be in there either, other than the fact that it helps contain the floop. Helps contain the floop. And then this little guy does rust up too. The bits on it rust up if you don't use it often, which you don't really use these things that often, honestly. So, yeah. Hey, I'm going to move this back here real quick, because it will probably be the key thing, the key point in whether I totally transition all that into the bag or not. While I'm inside, boom, gotta charge up batteries, huh? You know, they say they're charged up, but do you do this too? Like if you have your stuff in and you're working on it out of your truck, even though they say full, do you go ahead and put them on there for another hour or so? Or do you just trust that they're full? Because it does have a little bit of residual, like a little bit of drip. Drains the battery. Spare charger. Only because I've got too many of those now. Hey, I was looking for this. The cap to a Houdini. That's where that went. Spare drill bits and sharp stabby things. Speaking of sharp stabby things, one last thing we'll do while we're here is replace the sharp stabby thing that broke, right? Maybe? Or do I have any in here? Let's see. We've got saw blades. Let's zoom in. Don't fall over while I'm over here. Let's go to telephoto. Boom. Hopefully that didn't freeze it. All right. That's, whoa, not what I'm looking for. These have all been used pretty heavily. I guess we'll go with this one back in the pinning kit. Probably should replace these guys too. while I've got this in here. But once again, all just to keep out of, there's a match. Why do I have a match in here? Just to keep them from rusting. And I love these Plano cases for that. Yay. Spare cobalt bits. And go sweep that out real quick. Hey. Triple camera, where are you? Shit. Well, what? Well, what? I should have called Mr. Mercedes there. I should have figured he would be not 15 minutes, just because of the Mercedes screws. Oof. Yeah. And lastly, what else did I not talk about? Again, dang it, Wes. Thanks for that, guys. Still my automotive, mostly automotive bag. And yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go throw those on the charger while I'm thinking about it, because after live I'm going to be, let's come over here, doing just shop stuff, clean up, same old, same old. Grab a sip of coffee, go grab the mobile comments. Go microphone mute. Okay, I did all that muting for practically no reason, but just in case. Batteries, that's what I meant to grab. Excuse me. Ooh. Got a new bag. Yeah, I know you're green, but just top off. You'll be fine. Some people are like, no, don't top off the batteries. It's fine if they're charged. You're not really doing anything but hurting the battery, which is probably true. But I always feel like when it gets, kind of cold, it hasn't been really that cold out, but I always feel like topping them off, even though it says green and it says fully charged. I always feel like they could be a little bit more charged. Probably not, but I guess the marathon's over because wrong camera. Hey, this camera, because I haven't seen any runners go by in a while, so I guess they are done. Took way longer than I expected. Just can't imagine it starting at 7:30 and still running at 12 o'clock. That would be crazy. These runners are crazy. All right, I'm going to go backwards on the comments too because I missed a few. Sounds like the flight guy. Probably give out a think tank bag. I've seen those. I'm a true bag connoisseur now. If I had all the monies, I'd have all the bags. I promise. All the padding in camera bags. I've gone through camera bags, mainly for my big cameras when I had like big regular digital cameras and lenses. So I turned into a bag connoisseur over that too. Really, the Canon bags really were the best to me. That 30-second flathead for key extraction, and you had some success with it. Oh, and the bottom of the keyway pulling it out. Yep, that'll work. That'll work sometimes. You put a light switch flashlight thingy in the toolbox. That's a good idea, like a headlamp or something with an angle. I've got a spare headlamp, but I use it in my truck instead of isolating it to one area like that. City rake on padlocks. Yeah. Yeah, the round tension thing does have miles on it for sure. Or your same as your VW thing, because I've been using that tension tool for a long time. Put all that stuff in the Craftsman kit that you don't use. Batteries go in the charger. Okay, yeah. Sharp stabby things, the breaker still sharp stabby things. Exactly. It'll still bite you. Kaiva Go, the cutest brush and pan ever. I love those things, y'all. If you do not use that, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad I saw that comment. That's why I have to go back over the comments, even though I'm just staring at you while I'm doing it. I don't want to miss some of those, but yes, this is called, they call this a tent brush. I found this initially under what's called a tent, like a camping tent. And I found one in Walmart in the camping section that has all the little things, and it's called a tent brush. Then, where's that music coming from? Better not, it doesn't matter. And they make great tool bag. I got these on Amazon, but get 3 for like $12 or something. And I think I searched under tent brush and it came up. So awesome for tool bags because they fit in tool bags, flat, small. Vanquist 20 personal pocket maximizer. I can't remember which one that is, but it is in that video that Wes linked. Raimundo, hola. That's a lot of transponder keys. Are they all older ones? Like, are they all a bunch of H72s or whatever? Oh, God. Y'all going to be able to see this in time. That, my friends, was a Wonder Woman truck. Literally a Wonder Woman truck. Gotta be quicker on the camera. Oh, a little shaky there. Camera's a little shaky. What's up, cable guy? I know that wasn't a marathon person. Okay, nah. The thumb turn was missing from the thumb turn cylinder. Like the cam screws came off and somebody pulled the plug out. It makes it kind of hard to thumb turn a non-thumb turn cylinder. You miss old Skittles and M&M's, old school Crown Vics that used to, I hadn't seen Skittles in a while, but there is one of those guys, and I don't know if it's an M&M's guy still around. I don't know if he is or not. There is one that still rolls around. Oh, there is a marathon runner. Go, dude. You got this. You got this, bro. Okay. All usable keys in the tote. Dang, procs, wow. Whisk broom will come up too. City lock. Oh, puppy. Hey, puppy. We got puppy. That's a bingo square right there. Good thing I had the camera up, huh? Huh? We would have missed that one. So that would be a Mark Puppies square. The $1.25 tree. I know Kim was bitching about that. She's like, yep, it's $1.25 nowadays. So you like my shot looks so nice compared to a year ago? Well, it looks different. It changes all the time. A lot of work. A lot of shelving. It was on an automatic door with no pull. I guess a crowbar broom under was used to slide during power failures. Yeah, puppy. Jason, what's your favorite day-to-day pick brand? Well, of course, that's the dang dude rake. Right? The dang dude rake. The HPC triple rake. Triple peak rake. The dang dude rake. The $2 tree. Yeah, they need to use that extra quarter or whatever to pay their security guards more. Because ours are always getting robbed. Everybody's always like, why would you rob a Dollar Tree? Trust me, you don't only spend $1 when you go in there, and most of the people that go in there pay cash for their stuff. So it's always a shitload of $1. So that's why they get robbed all the time, in case you're wondering. Because there's way more than $1 in that cash drawer. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I saw your email, City Lock. I don't know. I appreciate the offer, and I never got back to that email. I was thinking about it for a minute. An outdoor outlet box within 3 feet was clobbered from the wall, too. Oh, that sounds messy. Dang, dude. Oh, you found that. How'd you find that? Triple rake. Need the singles for the strip club. Car washes get robbed all the time. You mean not robbed, but burgled? That's what you mean, right? Look, there's another runner. You got this. You got it. You go, girl. The SE cheering squad. My throat's kind of dry today, y'all. No, I'm fine. It's just because we're having air fluctuations. Like one day it's cold and the next day it's warm, and cold and warm. It causes issues around here. Typical spring weather. We all get sick, and it's not the cootie sick. We all just get sick, and coughing, wheezing, and then pollen starts kicking up soon. Too scared to actually use the Rotacera. Yeah, that's always going to be a safe queen. And Chris, whenever Chris Sistrunk brings whenever he brings his bullies by here, he's always very hovery. He's like a hovery mother, because, and I don't blame him one little bit, but you know, I wouldn't trust me either with an expensive padlock. But if I got one, we would definitely throw it down on the ground as soon as I got it. So, and Chris has told Boley to send me one for testing. I don't know if they want to do that or not. People are going to scream and cry about that if I do it. And that's funny too, because it's literally just a padlock. Maybe a really nice padlock, but I have a feeling that if I did the same thing that I did to it with my other guy, you know, I have a feeling that if I hit it with a hammer like I do that guy, I have a feeling it wouldn't work. So they probably would be smart not to send me a padlock. They rob schools around here. I like the ones that break into a bank in the middle of the night. Like, what are they thinking? Have they watched too many like bank heist movies. Because like one of my banks, they cut my keypad. I had a vandal resistant keypad on the wall, so they pried it off, right, and then cut the wires clean. Took the keypad and chunked it through the window that was right there. Chunk. And the window was made out of like this special glass, and it actually went through it, and there was a reader-sized hole, a reader-sized hole in the window. I gotta get the mobile comments, and which set the alarm off, and the cops came, and blah blah blah. I don't think they ever caught them, because as soon as the window busted, the audible alarm sounded. My alarm sounded in the IT room once they cracked it. There's a sensor on the back of most of those that if it cracks, it fires off the panel and shuts it down. But so if you're that dumb, what do you think you're gonna? If you're that dumb, what do you think you're gonna do when you get in the bank? Do you think they just leave the money laying out on the counter? Literally, you're gonna get pins and deposit slips. That's all you're going to find for the most part in a bank. If you're too dumb to even get in the door, then what Westlock? What Westlock you talking about? The dang dude rate video is a classic. Hey, Robert Patton. Steam got it. You sharpen your own drill. We went over drill bit. Sharpening in one live, didn't we? We didn't like it. I don't like drill bit sharpening, or chainsaw sharpening, or any kind of sharpening. Literally, the only thing I will sharpen is a pocket knife, and chisels, wood chisels. I sharpen my own chisels. So my knife, which I very rarely do, and my wood chisels. Oh no, this guy, W-Lock, yeah. Did you say W-Lock or Westlock? I thought you said Westlock, but you may have said W-Lock. Well, there goes Puppy again. W-Lock is it. And I doubt very seriously that if I did some of the things to this that I could do to a Boley, I don't know if that key would still. I don't know if that key would still work like this one does. Y'all want to put some stuff in the keyhole and beat this up a couple of times? We got time, don't we? Yeah, it's only 12:23. What do you want to put in here? Don't forget to sanitize, y'all. Get it cleaned out. Oh yeah, that's soapy. Got that soapy. If we're gonna clean it out, we're gonna use that soapy stuff we found last week. Okay, we'll let it think about its life for a few minutes. Let me find a paper towel, because I got soapy stuff on my hands. While I'm back here, I'm going to look for something that we can add to that. Something flammable, right? What do I have in this shop that is flammable, y'all? Do I have anything? The torch isn't plugged up, so we're not going to use that. Let me think about that for a minute, because I know I've got some. Yep, No, not flammable enough, really. Well, that's depressing that I don't have anything flammable in the shop. Do y'all know of anything that I have in the shop that's flammable? Oh, salt water was one of the very first things that I did. Yeah, that's a good idea. We can do that. It's not flammable. But you're right, I do have salt. Is alcohol flammable? 91%? And cold drip? All right, get packed in there. There we go. So yeah, I've tried salt water before. So it would come in handy now to find something flammable to bind with the salt so it would like burn longer, right? Don't have anything in here. I can't believe that. Is alcohol flammable? The sanitizer is not flammable. Gallium water. Now, I'm not going to go pushing it. I'm trying to be as careful as possible with it. We do have that match head. We do have that match head. Thank you for that reminder. I forgot about that guy. Let's go put this in the vise. See what y'all got me doing? See what y'all got me doing? Safer this way anyway. Pick up your feet. Don't want to get too much of the wood in there. We're going to have to extract it. I guess we could fire up the torch. Woo, that's cold. Zippo, lighter fluid right there. I do have something flammable in here, y'all. Yay me. Okay, are you going to be a customer or are you just going to be a rude person? Hey.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I need 2 of these, please.
Okay. Just plain brass or any of the colors or patterns?
No colors, please. It's beautiful weather, ain't it?
It is.
What's these?
Bailey's chocolates, yeah. All right, 540 is going to be the total.
Sure.
There's that other original key.
Thank you.
Need a
Thank you.
receipt?
No, sir.
All right. Have a good weekend.
You too, my friend. You too, bud.
All right, have a good one. Oh, Gumby was here? He missed out on the fire? Oh. We did officially assemble. Yeah, we can get rid of this screen, huh? This is all part of the testing process. They sent this to me for testing, so before any of you scoff at my wasting time or whatever you want to call it, this is actually still part of the testing process from 1999. One day, we're going to send it back to them and be like, yeah, it's all right. You know what? I don't have my nozzle for my fire. Ooh. Where did it go? Okay, be right back with you. Let me find my thing here. What in the heck happened to it? Oh no. I can't use my... Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. It's dusty right here. Shouldn't be so dusty. Anybody see my nozzle for my propane? Because I can't use my propane without my propane nozzle. We're just going to have to light this the boring way because I can't find my propane nozzle. See, what I found is that Zippo fluid, you can't even really see it in a camera. Oh, it's burning. Yeah. Hold on. Boop, boop, boop. SE lock and key. I wouldn't be able to help you with that. I'm sorry. You had too many things going on for me to be able to help you, bro. Sorry. Nope. You know, I've over the years I've discovered that the longer the tail of what they're telling you, the more likely you shouldn't really help them. See, burning it's just no fun. It just lights up, maybe burn for a minute. It's just no fun. All right, let's dig that wood out. We definitely don't want to squish wood in there. I mean, that's kind of pushing it, right? Ew, it didn't even light. Boring. I mean, most padlocks could resist that. Oh, it's still burning. That's no big deal. Still got red stuff too. Ugh. That'll teach it. Oh, gross. That's what Brasso looks like when you don't shake it, y'all. All right, let me grab another paper towel. I think I threw the ones I had away. Anything else? I'm going to rubber up, and we're going to see what we can do with this guy. I'm walking around, so I don't have to jump over the cord. Yeah, that's disgusting. Forgot to rubber up. Uh-oh. Maybe that's salt packed in there. So now we got to flush it out. Hold on. Let's flush it out real quick. All that salt is packed in there. Away with you. Be gone, goo. That smells bad. Oh, hold up. I have to flush out. There we go. Uh-oh. Well, salt may have done something there, y'all. It's okay. We're still going to flush it out a little bit. All right. So let's flush it out a little bit with some Houdini. How about that? Let's see what some Houdini can do to it. Just to be able to get the thing to open. And then I'm not going to clean anything out. I'm just going to... You know what happened was the WD-40. That's what caused the problem. Did I kill it on live, y'all? Say it isn't so. That would mark this a memorable moment. Ooh. Oh, never mind. I got it open. Oh, okay. It came open. Just had a little salt in there. No big deal. So we're just going to leave everything like that. Let me wipe it down one more time. Oh, yeah, it's key retaining. Pretty sure the WD-40 caused the whole problem there. I don't know. I'm sure y'all agree. Yeah. Okay, let me go wash my hands. I guess I'm going to have to sanitize just to clean my hands off. Ooh. All right. We didn't kill it yet. Y'all may notice my counter is really messy. Yep. That was kind of caused by this morning's escapades with the broken key. I was trying to pull out my clipper stuff and just left it sitting out. So that's kind of one of the things that I got to tend to pretty quick. Let's knock that dirt loose. I'm going to go ahead and lower the microphone real quick. We're going to lower it way down to about here because we need to knock this goo out of here, don't we? Yep, let me get a couple more paper towels so we can have somewhere to knock the goo. And then we're just going to hang it back up for another couple of months. All right, get all that goo knocked out of it, and we'll just stick the key in there. And hang it back up. Uh-oh. That's one of the problems with it. Keys fall out. Stay there. All right. All right. So yeah, Bowley, hey, send me a, go ahead. Double dog dare you, Bowley. Double dog dare you. Adjusting a padlock. Fixing the padlock. The cut durability, yeah, I messed up a pair of bolt cutters with it. With a 4-foot pair of bolt cutters, we messed it up. There's a mark in the shackle that's there. It marked the shackle. Needs another good rinse. Yeah, but we're gonna leave it. And it may need it, but that's the point. It's gonna have another few months with that in there so it gets dry. Hey.
Hi there.
How are you?
I need a couple of keys.
Okay. Do you want one of each one or?
One of each.
Okay. Yeah, they're handy.
How
Okay.
much for one of these?
No, you can have one.
Okay.
Yep, 540 is your total.
Don't freak out. I've got my garage sale money with me.
It's a good day for it.
Yeah, it's a good day for it. There's 5 and I've got 40 cents in my purse.
Okay, doke. You need your receipt.
Not really.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Thanks.
Alrighty, have a good
You
weekend.
too.
Sure.
Bye.
Have a good one. Cough. Yep, you can mark the Ilka. Actually, I used it earlier, but the camera wasn't pointing on it. Bought a East wing without thinking about it. I love my Est wings. I found one of those too. The bigger one I found. Saw it in the middle of the road. I was like, drove past and I was like, that's an Est wing. Circle back around and it was on the ground. This one right here. Nope. But I don't really like, you can tell that was found on the middle of the road. As soon as I saw that blue handle, I was like, that's got to be an Est wing. But it's got the straight claw, and I prefer curved claws. These have their uses, but on the daily, I hammer so close to my eye, I don't want the claw catching my eye. I've learned that mistake before. A claw to the face is worth 10 in the bush, or something like that. You used to follow customers out with air freshener. Yeah, that she coughed. I got my own issues. I don't want coughs on top of it. The ripping claw. Yeah, it'll rip your face up. It was like an airborne sanitize. I know. And when you're driving down the road and you see certain things, like if I saw a red handled pair of pliers, I'm stopping. It may not be a Nipex, but there's an off chance. Cold Steel fanboy, what's up? Am I a fan of under the door tools? Yes, for when they're needed, for when you have a lever handle on a business. They are definitely handy to have. Except I eat up the wire on it so quick. And every time this topic comes up, everybody's like, use the deviant way with the pulley thing, and I don't do that because I use mine a lot compared to other people, and that's kind of a novelty thing. When you're pulling underneath the metal door with sharp edges, what happens is whatever object you're using for the wire frays because you're rubbing it up against often rusted or kind of crappy or sharp metal that's sticking down, and you're pulling up on it. And I just buy the replacement cable or just buy a cable and make it. But yeah, she probably didn't like the burning smell from what I burned. It doesn't smell it. I mean, it smells like hand scent or spray right now, but hold, pull, push with your head. Whack! I do with my foot. I get on the ground, I'll put my foot up against the door and do that. I'll use my foot to push. Get some rubber tubing and put on the cable at the bottom of the door. That's why you always carry one extra wire. Yep, I want to say my extra wires in my access kit over there. Should be. That's always saying you can always keep one extra wire. You just got to remember where you put the dang thing. What? What did I do with the SE lock and key? Uh-huh. Okay. Hold on just a sec. How early Tuesday afternoon could you meet us? We can go. Yeah, we can go. We can go 11 to 12 Wednesday if you want. Okay, I'll get you shifted. Alrighty, thanks. Bye. Speaking of under the door, saw a discussion recently for set screws under a Herculite. Yeah, you saw that on Reddit. I'm fond and lock on Reddit, by the way. Don't tell anybody, for God's sakes. It's my alias. The smell of napalm bothers me. The helicopter music, the Vietnam era helicopter, that makes me think of that. That song comes into my head immediately. So I've seen that disc with the little screwdriver, and I found it to be. I always thought that was kind of a novelty thing. Plus, you still have to have some room. I know they use shorter bits, but in that case, it's more of a. Okay, white Honda. 15 minutes. Oh, and Mercedes boy, or old man Mercedes is still there, so he's definitely not been a 15-minute person. Kind of expected that when I saw him in his Mercedes. Yeah. Let's hope those other ones weren't going to the restaurant, though. Maybe they were going to the record shop. It looks reflective, but people say it doesn't, it like scratches. People say, I've heard that said. Thing's been around a while. I've never bothered to order one. I've got custom hex wrenches that I've cut down. I've got, most of the time I'll take a little bitty pair of pliers, and actually the extra small nowadays, this was before the extra small, but nowadays what I'd probably do is use my extra small and cut down a little tiny flathead bit and do it. That's hard as hell. They just suck. No matter which way you do it, they just suck. You once had to remove a cobblestone just to get those screws. Almost every one I run across, you can get the door open wide enough, and luckily, like the concrete will drop away, like the door. You know, most doors are kind of raised up to keep water from going in, so you're kind of lucky in that aspect. Now, if it's like perfectly flat, that's the bigger problem, obviously. But almost every one up a knock on all types of wood, fake wood, real wood. Luckily, most of the time I've been able to either get to the side screws, which is no big deal if they have side screws, or have enough of a gap to get something under there. Yeah, it helps you. I can see it helping you, but a round mirror. Like I've got a round mirror up there, and I actually have. What I'll do is I'll use like a telescope, and I always keep a telescoping mirror. Those are handy to keep with the small one on the end, and I'll use that to kind of guide. Any which way you do it, it's a pain in the butt. If Lockpicking Patrolman was here, he'd mention on Twitter, he'd send me a message saying they ran into one the other day. And I'd forgot I did a Herculite video. He's like, your Herculite video helped. Cool. There's a record shop nearby. Yeah, they just opened a couple of months ago down the street. And they've been attracting an interesting crowd. Show me the 80s metal section. How often do I use air wedges? I use air wedges quite a bit. From everything. I've got 2. HPCs. Yes. Is it HPCs that has the plastic insert? The rigid one is the one I use. I can't remember if that's HPC or somebody else's. Concrete should be pitched away from the door. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to have water just roll in. And I have not actually even been in that record shop. So I don't know what they have. I know they have records, but I don't know what else. I don't know their stock. For a while, we were getting all their deliveries because they were never here. So we always had boxes. What did I see? Oh, who was it? I saw a box with actually the name of the records that were in there. I can't remember who it was, but it was an 80s metal band. Can't remember who though. No, I remember who it was. It had Pink Floyd. They had some Pink Floyds that said it on them, which is amazing. Why would you put that on the outside of the box? It said something about Pink Floyd. It was like advertising or something on there. That doesn't make sense why you'd put it on the outside of a box. But going back to the Herculite doors, worst case scenario is just have a glass door guy. It's very important for your businesses. Know a glass door guy. And anytime I run up on one of those that has to come down, I remember one that I had to take down at a Waffle House. Waffle House is in the southeast. Stay open 24 hours a day. When COVID hit, they were scared they were going to have to shut down because of forced shutdown, So I had to go around to every one of them. And they had a glass door. I don't know why the volume decided to transfer, but let's bump it back up to 200%. Must have been when I turned it down. When you turn it back up, it doesn't go back up to 200%. It only goes back up to 100. So now we're back up at 200%. But the door had a old integral push bar, and the bottom vertical rod and the bottom bolt was like jammed in there just because they never locked the doors. Literally, they're there 24/7, no matter what. And COVID said, "Yeah, no, this is a no matter what." So you get to shut down. Oh, there goes a runner. You go, girl. She's like 80. So we had to pull the door down to be able to access the seized up. The bottom threshold bolt was seized in the hole from like years of cleaning fluids and stuff. So I had to like literally beat it out and re-drill and put it on there. And I don't like taking doors down by myself. So I always call him, and they have to pay for him too. Old awful waffle. Y'all gonna get me hungry talking about food now. Come on, get me hungry talking about food. Go for a walk, see if they have Purple Rain and a Purple Record Farm. They may very well. It's like they cook your food in the gas station bathroom. Yeah, you can tell some of you guys who've been to the waffle before. You definitely can tell. Anybody in the South has been to a waffle before. And it can be very interesting. The thing about Waffle Houses is you never know what you're going to run into. You never, ever, ever know what's going to happen or what's going to go down at at a Waffle House, and that's what makes it entertaining. See a runner park out front and then start running. Be like, cheat! You cheat! So one thing I found out about IC cores and Herculite doors, right, is I put one in a Herculite door one time, and I was like, I'm putting in this IC core for future, and the customer was like, great, sounds great to me. Maybe expensive now, but I know that we're going to have turnover, so if it's going to make this easier and cheaper in the long run, then go for it. So we pulled the door, put the IC core, best IC core in, sideways, because they're always sideways, right? All right. First time I go to rekey, 3 or 4 months later, pull the core key out, and the tailpiece goes bloop. I was like, wait a minute. How the ass am I going to get this core back in there? Can I? No. Can I? No. Yeah. So, sideways, and it decides to just floop down. And you got to put the core in, and the control keys, you can't do what you got to do to get the core in. So I ended up having to take a probe, a sharp stabby thing, bend it into a 90-degree angle, go in there, carefully hold the tailpiece to the correct position, and of course it keeps slipping off. And of course you're laying on the ground. Finally able to get it to go in there. I was so pissed off about that. So pissed off. So just be aware that will happen. IHOP. Our IHOP, we just got a new IHOP somewhat close to the house, and we've only been there once or twice, but the thing about IHOPs, the tables are always going to be sticky because they have that syrup on the tables. And ours just suck. They're no good. And the menu's huge too. That's the thing about Waffle House. It's like a double-sided plastic menu. There's a lot of stuff on it, but take a small bit of paper or some really thick grease to stop the flooping tail. Today has been a flooping day, hasn't it? What a flooping day that's been. But it is that time of day, so let's go ahead and bounce over to the worst screen of all. Because it is 1:03, I just noticed that we have passed the 1 o'clock mark, and I've got a few things to clean up. I see White Honda still out here, so they are obviously eating at the restaurant, more than likely. Rude. Looked right at that sign. I looked right at them looking right at that sign and talking about it between themselves. No, it's okay. We'll be in and out in an hour and a half. It's IC. Yeah, right. IC core. That's like saying, well, what was the other one? Safe deposit, safety deposit box, safe deposit box locks. SD, safe deposit box. There's another one that says, yeah, IC is interchangeable core. So saying IC core is a double saying. Flooping? We don't have a flooping one. Just another reason to hate Hondas. Okay. Oh, hold on. Gotta do this. Oh, whoa, I can't type. We didn't have any polls today. We didn't have anything to poll about. I guess I could have polled about my bag. What was the end result? Y'all think I should go back to the? Somebody remind me, because I missed that section of the comments because I was just yapping. Did anybody say totally, Jason? You should totally use that. I think one person may have said go back to the non-flippy bag, basically for lack of other stuff. I mean, I might as well. It's just sitting here, all right? I'm not doing anything over there but gathering dust. So maybe just put it back into use for the heck of it. I guess I will. I guess I'll try it again. Probably be changing it next week though. Meet me here next week at 11 o'clock to see us changing away from the Veto Pro Bag. The Veto MC. Going to it and then going right away from it. Because next week I'm going to forget everything's in there and be desperately searching for that right angle screwdriver. I didn't do a poll. I said I should have done a poll on it. What's not to love? The people involved with it. The people involved with it. And I also don't want to spend every day doing that. Again, for the 1000th time. Don't want to spend every day doing that. I have no desire to. So, let other people deal with that. I'm not going to compete with Mr. People down there that do it for $50 or whatever. Why does that notice appear every time I try to tap? If you chat people you know will subscribe to this channel. If you chat people you know, people will know you subscribe because you have to be subscribed. Oh, you must have just subscribed, JC. Where's the Houdini and Deep Creek video? I haven't got started on that one. I haven't at all. I had an opportunity to because I've got other projects. So that's kind of an is what it is thing. Okay, so that's it. We're done. I was just catching up on the old comments here. Yeah, those of you up north, stay warm. It's going to be cold and rainy here next week, so it's going to be kind of miserable. Kind of miserable around here. But those of you up north are like, shut up, Jason. Shut up. Mod fathers. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see. I didn't know that. That's true. That means if you're able to chat, that means you're subscribed. So that's good. That's a good thing. You don't do any hardwire access? I hate running wire. See, that doesn't bother me. I enjoy doing that. In fact, I've got a customer that wants 8 more doors put onto their system. Oh, and I run all the wire for it, and it's a 2-story building. And there's only a couple of places in this building because it was built a long time ago. There's only 2 real raceways for me to get the wire from upstairs to downstairs. And I'm not overly fond of doing it either, but I don't mind doing it. Which is why I do it. If I don't like doing something, I'm not going to do it. And I don't mind doing it because it's pretty good money. We're not cheap when it comes to that, but yeah. The last time I did that building, I wanted to buy a crossbow so that I could, and if I quote them the 8 and they're going to do it, they may not do all 8. They probably are going to do 6 because a couple of them are private offices. And they may not want to pay for private offices just to have one person access, which doesn't make sense to me either. So it'll probably be like 6. But if it is that many, I can definitely afford to get a crossbow for the wiring shots. A fishing crossbow. Or a real crossbow with a fishing attachment to it. Do I need a door coring device? I don't do door cores. That's one thing I've never really gotten into. Most of my stuff is electric strikes, down the frame. And I've never really been I've never really been a big, I know some people are like, if you do this one way, you should do it that way. But I don't like electrified panic devices. I'm sorry, they're loud and stupid and obnoxious. You got to core the door. Well, on panic bars, you really don't have to core the door, but I don't like cylindrical locks. Yeah, I've never really done it. I've never really been big into that at all. I'd much rather run the strikes. But if I do need one and you have one, and I'll let you know. But I've never needed one before now. For just one Java core rated door. Yeah, I got to do my yearly. Thing, my yearly access control classes, so that I'll have my credits. I got to get on that in the next month or so. Oh, that's gonna suck. I got to figure out how to get those credits this year. I think I got to go through a whole new online testing thing. They have an AMR ambulance attached to a fancy golf cart. Like it looks like a transit, like a Ford Transit van, except even more squished and higher. And it's literally an ambulance with a golf cart, like a side-by-side type, not a golf cart, but a four-wheel, not a four-wheeler, not a golf cart, but like a Razor, a real deal, powerful four-wheeler. I've never seen that before, but one just drove by, I guess for the racers. That's weird. The old one sucked. I went and repaired a door at a .gov office, .serious gov office just last week that had one of those electrified panic bars on it, an electrified triple point, 3-point panic bar, vertical rod, exposed vertical rod panic device. Von Duprin. It's just a mess. It's like they scanned this badge and it's clunk, clunk. I'm like, oh, that just drives me crazy. Whereas it could be click, click, electric strike, click, versus clunk. Ridiculous. Now, I don't know if it's just people, this crap that people use around here, the crap that contractors put in around here for that use. But I've never seen a quiet one. Everybody says, oh, they make quiet ones. They make quiet. I've never heard a quiet one. I've been in a lot of buildings with them on there, and I've never heard a quiet one. So, new idea for a golf cart truck. That's a good idea. Sorry, we can only go up to a mile away because we have a golf cart for a service vehicle. I guess I'll be having words with Mrs. Honda and her boyfriend here. I would have said something to him, but I was trying to keep Frank away from the place, but they're going to get some words spoken to him later. Frank is out. I'm not going to change the colors, but Frank will be here in a little bit. No obligatory siren. If we waited another 5 minutes, we might see the food truck or the sunrise. Maybe not. I don't know. But as far as right now, no action. All right. Well, y'all have a great weekend. I appreciate you being here. And as always, make sure and hit that like button. And you should be subscribed if you chatted today, but make sure and subscribe if you have not. Nice U-turn. And yeah, we'll catch you next week. Videos coming up this week, just so you know, should be the screwdriver video. Got to finish that one. Got to get that footage off the phone. That one's been a pain because it's got a bunch of little clips spread out over a long period of time. Whereas when I do filming, it's easier because all the clips are grouped together. I got to go find every clip where